Hey you guys, as you can tell, I'm in like full finals mode, so I'm not really even a real human being right now, or at least I feel that way. So this is a tournament report, and kind of just a little channel update about, winter break is coming up. I think I'm done the 12th, the 13th, around there-ish. So starting then, you should see a huge boost in content, back to my regular numbers, of yesteryear, I guess. Anyways, I went to Hot Springs in Arkansas for their city championships this Saturday, and it ended up being a really small turnout, which surprised me. Normally, it has the largest turnout for Arkansas events, but only 14 people showed up, so it was even smaller than Bentonville, which really surprised me. And we even had people coming in from Memphis and stuff. So I really don't understand, just kind of weird stuff, I guess, happening with local players not playing competitively as much. So a bit unfortunate that there was no top four and it's only a top two, but top four still get points. So I knew I was in pretty good standings to get points, but I still don't really like the small city championships. 4 rounds is not a lot of room for error. It's a very small sample size and it doesn't really always give the people who would have performed the best in a larger, maybe 5 or 6 round tournament, the points. So it's kind of weird. But anyways, let's get into this tournament report. I decided to play Darkrai Terrakion. I didn't get my computer search in time, unfortunately. It actually came that afternoon, so I was really upset about that. The deck's worse with it, but for whatever reason, I didn't play Garbodor. I probably should have in hindsight, just, looking at the meta and what it was, and, brown stuff's always good, and I ran 2 Landorus and a Terrakion in that, so I should have been able to combat a lot of the potential threats in the metagame. But anyways, round one, I am paired against kind of I don't really know what to call these decks, a menagerie, I guess is the good word, but basically, I'm running Darkrai's and Terrakions and attackers that hit hard, and he's running lots of really thin, spread out lines, 1-1s, 2-2s, so I end up just kind of rolling pretty quickly, even without that great a start, and I'm on to 1-0, which is, great in a small 4 round tournament. Round two, I am paired against Ryan, who's another local Conway player. He is playing Garbodor, but he's playing it with Registeel, Groudon, and Mewtwo. And this one, I just kind of get my Darkrai's up fairly quickly. I make sure to Night Spear in the right places. I play my Tool Scrapper a little earlier than I would have liked to have, but from personal experience, straight Darkrai variants don't really suffer all that much from Garbolock. It's Garbotoxin's not good, but it's not horrible either, especially if you know when to bench your Darkrai's. So I end up taking that one too. It was a pretty quick game. I don't remember the specifics of it too well actually. But so I'm 2-0. I only need to win one of my next 2 games, so I'm feeling good about that. Then round three, I am paired against Sam Liggett, who's a really good player from Memphis. He's been on the show at least once or twice, I know, just in testing matches and stuff. And I have another game backed up with him that's actually the exact same matchup we played that day, which is I'm playing Darkrai Terrakion, of course, and he's playing Midnight City, which is a really cool Darkrai variant. For those of you who don't know, it's basically you run Ho-Oh, so then you can run more types of energy. You can rebirth with Ho-Oh, get those energy back, and then use energy switch shenanigans. The version he was playing was running Shaman EX, Terrakion, Darkrai, and Ho-Oh, and a Mewtwo, I think, too. So pretty standard. It's actually a deck I've really wanted to be playing for a while now, and I'm testing now, so it's a really fun deck, and yeah. So props to Sam for inspiring me to play this. I know we talked about it extensively afterwards, and I'm really excited about playing that deck in the future. But anyways, he wins the flip, and he gets the turn to Darkrai. I don't. So, already kind of a downhill battle. I'm forced to junk hunt an extra turn, so he takes a prize. I go for a Terrakion, get off a Retaliate. He basically knows he's walking into a Retaliate, but just kind of has to do it anyways. He has a pretty good board position at that point in time, so I guess you don't really have to be too afraid. He deals with my Terrakion, and basically my only out is to get out my second Terrakion. I think I play an N or something to that effect and end up whiffing it, or maybe a Juniper, but in any case, I later find out that Terrakion was prized, so it's not really whiffing, it just wasn't there. So he ends up just kind of rolling me. He just had a really strong start. My deck, just didn't, and that's how those mirrors go sometimes. It's kind of the format. Sometimes you run hot, sometimes you don't. But props to Sam, he ended up winning the event, so huge congratulations to him. Way to get the 50 extra points. And moving on to my round four, I was paired against a Terrakion EX based deck. not too excited about that, playing Darkrai Terrakion. I end up dead drawing for the first couple of turns, and he just attaches to a Landorus, charges it up. Basically, it comes down to me actually um, getting off a Retaliate to knock out his Landorus, and then a Land Crush to knock out his Terrakion EX while ending him to basically bring it to he needed to draw an energy off of 3 cards. It's the best I could do. I didn't have the right number of like energy switches and things that I needed to basically use the Mewtwo for that last attack to knock out the Terrakion EX, so I was kind of screwed in that sense. But yeah, he ends up hitting the energy and he's able to take me out. So really disappointing. I wish I had played Garbodor. I feel like my round 3 and round 4, I could have won either of those with a lot more ease had I played that deck. Against Sam, just Garbolock still does do work against Darkrai to a certain extent. I'm not sure how familiar with the matchup he would have been. Also, it does work better against Midnight City because you do block them out of Rebirth, so Ho-Oh becomes kind of dead weight, and that version usually doesn't have too much room for Tool Scrapper, so once it locks up, it's going to be there for a while. But and also then it's just against that Terrakion EX deck, I have Mewtwo's, and from playing Terrakion EX a lot, Mewtwo is definitely its worst enemy. Also, Landorus would have been a good attacker in that mirror. So yeah, those are my feelings on that. Kind of really disappointed with this performance simply because it means that I still have 3 available spots in my best finish limit, plus a 30-point finish, which isn't all that fantastic. So a lot of pressure on me for the marathon. I'm not going to be playing any more small tournaments in Arkansas for these city championships. So, kind of wanted to be able to win one, actually win my first city even before going into this marathon. But unfortunately, feeling a bit behind the 8 ball right now. So we'll see how this marathon goes. I'm going to test a lot for it. And, I'm just going to try and have fun too. Sometimes people stress out too much about points, but that's my tournament report. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you rate, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. I know I've been dropping a couple of subscribers every now and then-ish, so kind of a little sad. Might be people deleting YouTube channels. Hopefully you guys will keep subscribing to me. I know the content's been not as hot lately, but I am making a comeback, I promise, so look out for that. All right, catch you guys later.